Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, and today it's a little bit of a tougher video to talk about this year. We won't be talking about much junior caps since they haven't been playing as of late. As I said in the last video, they defeated the Paradise Warriors. But we talked about the senior cap series against Thousand Shore, and a little spoiler alert, the senior caps are eliminated from the 2025 Herder playoffs, I'll call it, I suppose. So before I get started talking about senior caps, there is one little thing I'll talk about with the junior caps before we start talking about the senior guys. So the junior caps will be playing the Avalon Celtics in the semifinals, and that will start tomorrow night, Monday night, against the Avalon Celtics. That game is a little earlier. 6:30 is scheduled to be the start of the game. Make sure you get down there, grab a popcorn as you want, and come enjoy the game. It'll be a good one. I'm excited for the series actually because there's a few guys on the Celtics that kind of have a bit of a history with the junior cap, so it's going to be a good series. And they've got more games coming the weekend after that, and then a few games trickling in after that. If you want to see the full schedule, go out to the either the Junior Caps or the Celtics on their social media. I'm sure they have it uploaded. So if you want to go check that, or go see that, or just go to the SJJHL website because I'm sure they have it as well. But now we have to talk about the Senior Caps, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about for the Senior Caps. Five games in general. We only recapped the two ones where the Caps were up 2-0 over the Thousand Shore Breakers, and unfortunately they kind of blew it. But let's talk about this. So in game 3, Caps lose 4-1 to the Thousand Shore Breakers. That one goal is scored by Mike Cole, who came in clutch in that one game in game 2. Downer, he had a bit of a tough series, I'm not gonna lie. Let in a few goals that he really didn't do in the playoffs prior, like versus Outer Cove, or in the regular season. He did let in a few softies here and there. His save percentage in game 3 was an 8-6 save percentage, so not great, but I mean, he did show up a little bit more, and especially in game 4, where the Caps did lose 3-0, but Downer had a 939 save percentage. There was no goals, of course, scored in this game, so there's no players to mention who had a strong game or who didn't. But yeah, so the Caps are they blew a series. They were 2-2, and then they go into the next game where the Caps end up winning 4-3. The goals in this game: Kyle McGurk, Matt McKim, Mike Cole, and Pender with the winner. That's Roger Pender, not Justin. But that means the Caps have the 3-2 lead over the Southern Shore Breakers. They head into Game 6, sold out crowd at the Mary Brown Center, trying to close it off at home. And what do? They lose 6-3. But it was 5-0 at one point. The goals in this game: Dylan McKenzie scores 2, and Kyle McGurk scores 1. And there's a lot to talk about in this game. Before we talk about Game 7, I'd like to talk about what happened in this game. Literally not even a minute into the game, Justin Pender gets a knee-on-knee collision with Randall of the Southern Shore Breakers, and Pender goes down to the locker room, and there's no penalty on the play, which I do think it should have been called. I don't really know why they didn't blow it. It could have been a match penalty, could have been a 2 as well for kneeing, but Pender, he's injured, he's out of the game. He does come back though, but he has to leave again. So he took a few shifts. He came back onto the bench. He had to sit down every time he was done a shift though, so he couldn't stand on the bench. But he took a few shifts here and there, and in the second period, and once the third started, he was just in the tunnel with crutches on him, and so he didn't play in Game 7. So the Caps lost a few defensemen. They also lost Paul Norman, who was suspended because he jumped Jesse Sutton of Southern Shore. At least Sutton was like roughing him a little bit. It wasn't too much to be called a penalty, but he kind of just cross-checked him. Norman fell down. He got back up. He dropped his gloves. He instigated him, and he took him down. So Norman gets kicked out of the game. Caps are down 2 defensemen. And then there's another fight, literally 6 seconds later. Dylan Brake versus Oates of Southern Shore. And it was a pretty evenly matched fight. There weren't much like big like fists thrown in the fight. Oates did get the takedown over Brake, and once he was done the fight, I'm just gonna try to do this with a mic, but he just like Chess did that to the in front of the bench, and that got Southern Shore a little bit riled up. And fun fact about Oates, he's actually 42 years old. Maybe his final season, depends on how Southern Shore finishes their season. But his son, Zachary O'Brien, you may hear that name. That played for the Grab last year. Different guy, plays for the Southern Shore Junior Breakers. Played a few games for Southern Shore senior team, so they got to play together. A pretty nice moment for them, almost like LeBron James and Bronny James almost. Except this is senior, not pro, and different sport overall. But yeah, so Stephen Oates, I'll say he wins the fight, but it isn't by much. But yeah, Break is bleeding, like his nose area around here is like bleeding badly. He is out of the game for fighting. Then that practically ended the game. The cops were actually in the Mary Brown Center. You could see them in the Zamboni entrance. There were cops there, the RNC, and they were there for Game 7 as well. Where in Game 7, oh, before I talk about Game 7, my bad for mistaking this. Downer got pulled in this game where the Cats lose 6-3. It was actually 5-0, and the Cats were able to make it 5-3. But Southern Shore scores the open net. So Devin Parsons went in for Downer. He didn't let in a goal. That one goal that Southern Shore scored was an empty net, so it doesn't really count against his stats. But a good game from Parsons. But then in Game 7, the Cats lose 5-3 to the Southern Shore Breakers. In this game, Kyle McGraw scores 1, as well as Joel Bishop, who gets 2 in the game. Bishop had a wacky game, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm going to try to be careful with my words when I say this, but Bishop did slew foot Mark Power in this game, and I don't think he got a penalty for it, and the Southern Shore fans weren't happy with it. I wasn't at this game, by the way. This is just what I heard from a few fans in the game. But he didn't get a penalty, just got sent back to his bench. And there's an interesting chant going on. I don't know if it's online anywhere. I'm not going to say it because there's pretty interesting language towards the Bishop. But it was loud, and I kind of feel bad for those like 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds that were in the stadium because they probably don't even understand what they were meaning when they said that. But yeah, interesting game from Bishop, 2 goals, and an interesting chant in the for the fans. And yeah, so interesting game from Bishop as he slew-footed Mark Power, the goaltender for Southern Shore, who had a really strong series. Also for Southern Shore, give big credit to Mark Power. He's probably one of the main reasons why Southern Shore is playing in the finals versus the Clarenville Caribous. So as I move on to that, talk about Southern Shore versus Clarenville in the finals, the AESHL finals, in fact. Justin Pender has been suspended for 6 games. Again. He's been suspended for 6 games and will not play in this series unless there is a Game 7, which he would be playing in that game. So Pender suspended. If the Caribous do crack the herder, he will play in that series. So it'll be interesting. I don't even know what to predict, to be quite honest with you. These are 2 teams that I kind of like. I didn't really think the Caribous were going to go as far as I thought. I thought Harbor Grace was going to beat them in the first round. That, of course, did not happen. I did predict Southern Shore to beat the Caps in 6 or 7 games, which did end up happening. So, pretty good prediction from me overall. But yeah. So Caribous versus Breakers, 2 of probably the best traveling teams. Like if you go to Clarenville, you'll definitely see a lot of Breakers fans there, and if the Caribous go to Southern Shore, you'll see a lot of Caribous fans there as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the series. 2 of probably the most physical teams in the league, so you're gonna have to watch out for those players as they try to get themselves into the herder. But it'll be interesting. So drop your predictions down below in the comments if you want to. But yeah, so as I said, Pender suspended 6 games, so we bring on the Allen Cup for the senior Caps. So I will try to get a bit of coverage out there for the Allen Cup. I probably won't be watching the games, to be quite honest with you, because you do have to pay to watch them, of course. So maybe I will pay and do a few videos about that. I'm not sure how much content I will be doing Allen Cup wise, but we do have more Junior Caps to talk about, as Drew Talk Caps is not over yet this year, as the Junior Caps will be playing Monday, then they play Friday and Saturday night. So that Sunday or that Monday, you probably will see a video uploaded by me. So thank you guys. Thank you to the Senior Caps fans and viewers that watched these videos as the year went by. I didn't really anticipate this, to be honest with you, to start the year. I didn't really know where the channel was going after the Growlers folded. But the Caps organization opened me with open arms, and I did create the Facebook group for them, got a lot of support on there, and made videos, content for the Senior Caps. So I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys that watch the videos for the Senior Caps. And will this be it? That's a bit of a question mark as right now, as of course we do have the regiment coming. So probably we'll do a bit of that as well. So thank you guys for watching today's video. If you didn't, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you can hit that subscribe button down below, I truly appreciate it. And from me to you, from Senior Caps, we appreciate all the support that we got this year. Drew Talks Caps, for talking about the Senior Caps, did get a lot of love from the Senior Caps players. I do know there were a few players that watched these videos, and then a few fans, of course. So thank you guys for watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. Drew's out talking about Senior Caps, and if I do more Senior Caps content, feel free to I'll make sure to keep updated on this channel. That's it for today, you guys, and I'll talk to you all again soon.